I'm Officer Jet, and this is K9 Sano up on stage with me. He is actually a certified drug dog. He was certified back in November down in Daytona. I happen to be a canine trainer, and I've been doing it for about 22 years. But I've actually been in law enforcement for 28 years, and I've dealt with a lot of kids. A lot of kids like yourself. I see them grow into adults. How many of y'all have actually heard of gateway drugs? Gateway drugs. Who can tell me what is a gateway drug? How about cigarettes? Is cigarettes a gateway drug?
Yes, because they're sold and it's legal.
Cigarettes are legal for those people who are 18 and above.
And dope is not.
But does that make it right? Prescription pills. There's a lot of them at your homes. You can go into the medicine cabinet. You have prescription pills that are made for certain, to heal certain aspects when you're sick, right? Do you think if you take those, especially as a young person, do you think that in itself is a gateway drug? Absolutely. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's alcohol in many of our homes. You may go home and there's alcohol in your refrigerator. And if you actually experiment with having a taste of alcohol, and then you do it again, and then you do it again, that experimentation can lead into what? Addiction. God. If you knew addiction, pat yourself on the back and say, wow, I'm a good kid. There's peer pressure out there. So who can explain to me, how does peer pressure influence people getting hooked on drugs? If your friends are doing it and they want you to do it, you want to appear cool, don't you? You don't want to be uncool. But you know what? It's actually more cool to be able to say no. To be able to stand up for what you believe in. You got two kids here at this school that know how difficult it can be to say no sometimes.
Well, a lot of you probably think that being a good influence isn't cool, and it really is. Like Tim Tebow, even if you're not a Gator, you gotta like Tim Tebow. And drugs aren't your friends. Like that assembly we had before, when we let them through the cones, they're not gonna help you through life. They're gonna end your life. And it's not going to be amazingly good.
A big round of applause. Good job, ladies. Good job. Statistically, most people do not use drugs. Did you know that? So if, peer pressure-wise, if your brother, your sister, your father, your mother, or your peers who are your friends, people about your age, if they're doing drugs, say no. Be like me, be drug-free. So when I was young, though, I had asthma, and I still do from time to time, but that was my reason or excuse. My peers would come to me, or sometimes they'd be hanging out, and they'd be passing around a cigarette. Oh, this is cool, and they'd want me to try it. No, I got asthma, I can't smoke. Oh, come on, no, I'll have an asthma attack. That was my reason or excuse. Each and every one of you can come up with a reason or an excuse not to do drugs, not to smoke a cigarette, not to smoke marijuana. What are some of the legal consequences for doing drugs? Mr. Smart Person?
Jail.
Jail, absolutely. Legal fees. Paying an attorney. If you're charged with drug crimes, your license is suspended by the state. Or if you don't have a license yet, guess what? When you're arrested or you're charged with a crime, they go ahead and make you a driver's license. They assign a driver's license number to you. So then when you're 15 years old and you want to get your restricted, how many of y'all are 15 now? How many of y'all are more than 20? Okay. But here's the thing. If you go and get your driver's license, it'll pop up. Oh, your name, your date of birth? No. You can't have a driver's license because you got charged with a crime. How about using drugs? What are some health factors with drugs and alcohol? It does cause sickness, diseases, health. It's the behavior that someone does that makes them susceptible to catching diseases when they are on drugs. Say to yourself, be like me, be drug-free. Now that you have that down, look at your partner sitting next to you and say, be like me, be drug-free. All right. Give yourself a big round of applause, guys. Thank you.
afternoon announcements and dismissed yet because there's so many of you. Officer Jack is going to